I got to fat load on the weekend, started round two.
That's right. I saw that. That's
Mhm.
fantastic. Over Easter.
Yeah, had all the kids up, so I could eat.
That's perfect.
So yeah, started that on the V very low on Monday.
Okay,
So,
so today is day 4 of that then.
yeah, so I've lost everything I gained, so that's good. Like
Fantastic. Okay,
all of my fat gaining.
yeah. Tell me about how you're feeling you're on your second round now, and tell me about how you're feeling like going into this. What are things looking like for you?
Oh, awesome! Like the first round was so perfect. Like everything went really the way it was supposed to go. So that was awesome. Then I went on my cruise, which was good. Got lots of, had a good time. When I first came back, I was pretty upset because I thought I'd gained a lot of weight, but I think it was mostly water retention because I was pretty swollen, my feet.
Okay.
And within being back and drinking back on, like just in my own house, doing my own food and everything like that, it was like, woof, right back down again. And like within 2 days, gone.
You went
So,
right back to your normal
yeah.
weight after that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I never went above my last dose weight until did the fat loading again this time. Like for the whole time I was off. So it was about a month, well 6 weeks
Yeah.
plus a few days. So just over 6 weeks in between the two. And never went above the LD last dose, which was good, actually, a little bit below it. And then I gained 5 or 6 pounds fat loading.
Yeah.
But it's gone now, so that's all good. So back on track. Looking forward to losing this last little bit I want to lose, and then we'll go. I'm only doing 3 weeks this time, and then I'm taking a break, and then we'll see where I'm at because I would like to do toning.
Toning, nice.
After I see, I don't know, I might still want to lose more, but everybody's telling me I don't need to lose any more at all, but I want to lose more, so I'm going to keep going.
And how much are you hoping to lose? And then what areas are you hoping to tap into?
Well, I already lost like 33 first round and 34.5 inches, which was pretty cool. And then I'd like to lose about probably 10 to 15 this time, and then I'll see. And then I might just do toning after that. I haven't decided yet, but I definitely wanted to just do 3 weeks this time because I have a big celebration happening that I don't want to conflict with. Because while I was on my first round, I missed, my birthday, Valentine's Day, and a bunch of other things. The way is, because I was being really so strict with that. But my partner's celebrating his 60th birthday this year, and we're having a party, and I'm planning it all. So I want to make sure that I can enjoy that. So I'm going to be off protocol by then and back into real world. So that'll be awesome. But then I'm going to have the summer, and we'll see what I do. And I might do more while I'm doing my toning. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But we'll see where it goes. I've gone from like a size 16 clothes to a size 8. So it's pretty amazing.
Dress size. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm happy with that. I bought jeans the other day, and I told my daughter what I'd bought, and she said, "What? Really?" So it was pretty cool. She hadn't seen me in a while, and she gave me a hug, and it was probably about a month and a half. I hadn't seen her. She saw me at the very beginning of the first 6 weeks I did, but she didn't see me, and then she didn't see me again until it was almost over. But I talked to her every day, but she hadn't seen me, so she gives me a hug and she says, "You're so tiny."
How good does that feel?
Feels pretty good. It's actually interesting because I'd say first 4 weeks on the protocol, and I was losing good weight, but nobody at work noticed or said anything, right? The odd person. And now every time I turn around, it's like, "You're skinny. What happened?"
They're only now just cluing in.
Now they're cluing in, yeah. Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, but it's good. I did notice that it really changes when I don't drink enough water. I think the biggest learning lesson for me was that I really wasn't hungry before, not on protocol, but before I actually started the program. I was actually just thirsty.
Oh,
I always thought I was hungry, but it wasn't hunger, it was thirst. Because now when I'm hungry or think I'm hungry, I just have something to eat or to drink, and I'm no longer hungry. So it's a mindset, right? So that was kind of cool.
And think about probably how many calories you're putting in that your body didn't even need, and now it's just hydration.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just hydration, and it's totally different now. Now I get headaches when I don't drink enough.
You can really tell now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge difference. I do feel a little hungrier this round than I did the first round, but I think that's just getting into the very low cal again and,
Yeah, getting into the
finding the
swing.
difference. And I really miss my bulletproof tea.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, I do miss that. I'll look forward to getting that back.
Yes, I know. That's one of my favorites. I'm gonna have to add that back in.
Yeah.
That's so exciting though, because so anybody who's just joined now, like Marianne, Catherine was saying she's gonna end this round right in time for, and like maintenance and everything, right in time for her partner's 60th birthday. So just like, I'm so excited for you because you're literally gonna be looking your absolute best at his party. Have
Yeah.
you thought about what you're
The
gonna
wild,
wear?
the wild part about the party is that none of my partner's family has seen me since I started.
Oh my God, they're gonna be
No.
shocked.
And none of his friends have seen me for over, like his long distance friends, for over a year and almost 2 years, well, over a year. So
Wow.
it's going to be like nobody except my family. My kids have seen me, but nobody else has. So it'll be wild. It'll be an eye opener.
You gotta videotape some of the reactions.
Yeah, I think I will.
And yeah, do you know what you're wearing yet, or have you gone shopping for your outfit yet?
No, haven't decided yet. It's going to be down at on our dock and everything. So I'm
Nice.
not wearing a bikini, but I'll probably wear something very casual. Maybe a spring summer dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guesstimate is you'll probably be like a size 6 by then too.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That'd be awesome. I don't remember. I would think I was a teenager when I was a 6.
Wow.
So I'm lower. The funny thing is, we were figuring this out the other day. I'm lower now than I was when I first met my partner that I have.
Wow.
My goal is to get to where I was when I was married. When I got married, the day I got married, when I was 21 years old.
Oh my gosh.
So, and if I stay on program this time, I'll get there by the end of this. So,
God, that's so good. And
yeah,
then
Shannon and I figured it out. I've lost 25 years off of my 25 years worth of damage I did. I've now lost because I figured out I weigh now about the same as I did before my daughter was born, and she's 25. So
you just peeled back 25 years.
yeah, that's pretty cool, eh?
That's so cool. Talk about like time warp.
Yeah, it's awesome. I feel different, totally different. Lots more energy too. When I first started first round, was going to mat, and I was going to mat because I had a lot of afternoon, no energy,
Right.
no energy, and a lot of problems with the adrenals. Anyway, I don't have any of that now. I still have my full energy all day long. So.
Wow. And how is that helping you in the classroom? Are you feeling like good stuff for the day?
Yeah. I have lots of stamina now. It's great. I can keep up with the little rugrats. They're not so little. They're bigger than me. But
have they said anything? Did they notice anything?
well, I think they range in grades from 5 to 8. So the ones that are in grade like 7, 8 won't say anything to you because they don't know how to do it without embarrassing themselves and you. And the grade 5, 6s aren't quite so noticeable. So you're just like, no, they haven't really said anything.
Yeah.
It's funny listening to the staff though. They're different.
They notice.
Yeah. Well, now I've been on maintenance for so long, but now they notice.
Like 4, 5, 6 weeks later. That's great. And I like your idea of toning, and that like you'll see where you're at after that too. Like if you hit the gym or even just do some home-based workouts, you probably feel really, really good and toned.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people will do like another 3-week cycle if they gain a little bit of fat as they gain the muscle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just feel it out like you're doing. I think
I wouldn't mind doing what you did, the muscle build.
Yeah, the bodybuilding.
Yeah.
It's been phenomenal. And sculpting, yeah. And it's like you can tell I don't look manly. I just look kind of like more sculpted. So
yeah.
If you follow the workout that's in module 5, that's what I did.
The HIIT, right?
Yeah.
The HIIT one?
Yeah, I was doing the HIIT a couple times a week, and then the weights. There's like 2 upper body and 2 lower body with core. Yeah. It's such a good workout. It only takes about 45 minutes each time, 4 times a week. And you feel amazing. It doesn't rob you of energy. It leaves you more invigorated, which is what I
really good. Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing. So I'll let you know.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm excited to follow you through this.
Thanks.
And when's the date of this party for your partner?
May 27th.
What? Is that his actual birthday?
His birthday is actually the 23rd.
Okay. My daughter's birthday is May 27th.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'll think of you on her birthday and think of
okay.
going.
That'd be awesome.
Good. Well, thanks for that share. I'm so excited for you. This is going to be a great round.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a really, really good place to be. Anyone just joining us, we've heard some great stuff from Catherine and where she's at, and we also heard some great stuff, well, I was kind of alluding to it, from Lorraine about how she's lost 24 inches and 25.5 pounds in 6 weeks. Yeah, we can all do a little clap for Lorraine here. So good. I want to welcome a couple more people to the call that just joined. We've got Diane. Hello, Diane. I don't know if you can see us. I can't see you. I can see your ceiling, I think. That's cool. Hi, Laura. Hope you're doing well. And I also see Emily. Hope you're doing well. How did your test go?
It was good. It was like pretty challenging. I guess like going into it, I was more nervous because they mark with like basically kind of buzzwords. It's like a template. So if you have like the right types of words that they include, it's like primarily just speed is how they mark it. So it's, I don't know, I went in like knowing that, so we'll see. Like I think I did pretty well. Like even if I don't do well on this exam, like I'll still probably finish with a B+, so it's okay.
You're overall doing all right?
Yeah.
And you managed to study for 3 hours every day over Easter?
Yeah, I did. And like most of it was just I'd wake up and then like just be in my room and I wouldn't talk to anyone and I wouldn't go downstairs yet. So it's kind of like hiding. But still that was kind of my strategy, which I found to be a little bit easier. It was helpful too because my cousin actually, she's in business at Laurier and she had to do her exams. So it kind of like it lessened my it didn't make me look as bad for like wanting to stay away and not hang out with my family. So.
Oh, perfect. And you still got to have some family time with them?
Yeah.
It's like the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Well, I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, I tried to text you, but I think you said it went through, but then I guess I didn't get yours.
I got it, and the thing is like when I texted you back, it said delivered. So I don't know, maybe if I sent it, I didn't send it on a computer. I sent it with my phone. Like I'm not sure. Maybe if I didn't have Wi-Fi on or something, I don't know.
No worries. As long as you made it happen, which sounds like you did. So good.
I sent you a picture. I made watermelon, so you know like the Mr. Sketch watermelon markers, I made like watermelon scented Disney princess themed Psych 100 flashcards because like, I needed like something that was like fun, so I did that, and it was like all of the theories that I needed to know, so it was all kind of the theorist names, and then my brother just like quizzed me a ton and it was good.
With your strawberry scented.
Yeah, wait, I might actually still have them. I sent a picture like when I texted you back, but I guess like maybe you didn't get it. But it's like what I did was I made them like this.
Oh my god. That's phenomenal.
Just like I went to the dollar store and just like got stickers and stuff. Just for me, it's just like something
fun, right?
Exciting, but
yeah. No, I love it. That's so great. We had a traditional Chinese medicine professor named Dr. Kassam, and he used to tell us that having at least a glass of alcohol of sorts a day in Chinese medicine is considered good for your liver.
Oh, really?
So we would like, just to spice things up, we would like have wine and do our flashcards. And we're like, well, Dr. Kassam said it would be a good idea. But it just kind of adds that element of fun where you don't feel like you're depriving yourself or like setting yourself up all day just to study. It's kind of more fun. I like your idea. It's 0 calorie, which is much better.
Yeah, which is, and I guess my rationale, like I love kind of decorating things and whatever. So it's just like a little thing to make it nicer for me. But
I love that. So it's like imbued with that positive energy instead of the school drudgery.
Yeah, for sure.
So good. So great. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. And I think it sounds like your mom is about to get started on her program as well.
Yeah, she is. I think she just started. Yesterday was her first day, and she like seemed pretty awesome with it and stuff. She said she wasn't really hungry or anything like that. Today she's at there's like, she's a kindergarten teacher, so there's like a welcome to kindergarten thing for the students next year. So she has to stay until like 8 or 8:30. But I started making her food too. So she just took I think she packed like a lunch and a dinner and then just did that way.
That's so good. They're so lucky to have you, Emily. Like, you helped your dad and now your mom.
Well, it's helpful now that I kind of figured things out with my dad, and then now I can do the same with my mom, just because it's easier when I have things kind of under, I'm more experienced to do it now than versus doing it later. I'm talking about making the food primarily, because they need kind of a little bit more assistance with like the planning and the figuring things out. But
I think it's perfect. It's perfect that they have you, and they're so lucky.
Well, I don't know. I think it's good.
Yeah, and cool for you to see firsthand how it all works. So great.
For sure.
Very cool. Okay, well, I want to check in and see if anybody else has something they'd like to share with us this week, or any questions you have, or just wanting to kind of check in and let us know where you're at with your program, with your protocol, with anything that's going on with you health-wise. Diane, how are you doing? You're kind of in maintenance right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in maintenance. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
What week are you on?
I'm in my second week, and it's going pretty good. I really think about what I'm going to try and eat, though. I'm almost afraid to try new foods. But I'm happy that I can just eat so little still. Like, the 100 grams of raw meat is plenty for me. Like, then you cook it, and you get your 85 grams. But and same with the vegetable. I eat up to, like, I had a tomato and some ground chicken tonight, and it's plenty to, satisfy me. I don't have to have a lot of food. So I think I've trained my body to just be happy with, that's okay. I don't need all that extra, because I used to overeat a lot. So I think it's helped me see that, okay, I'm not hungry. I don't need to eat all that.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And because too, like, we knew with you, your leptin probably wasn't working. It wasn't giving that signal to the brain that you were full. So now that we've actually corrected that, to me, it fascinates me how much more in tune and aware we are when we're actually full now. It's so interesting.
So next week I introduce, I think it's dairy next week,
right?
Yeah.
And nuts too, if you want to go there.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. How do you feel this week with having more variety, like more animal proteins and vegetables, or are you still kind of staying within the same parameters?
Still staying in the same parameters. I don't know. I had ham though, which wasn't before. Nice. I made an omelet at lunchtime.
Oh, good. So eggs, that's great.
Yeah, and I took a slice of ham and I put it in cubes, threw that in, and some red and green pepper and a little bit of onion, and it was really good.
Oh, I love those. That's like a Western style omelet.
Yeah. So I don't venture too far on other stuff. I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm afraid to eat other things. And I'm used to eating a lot of bread too. So I would, have a sandwich or, a hamburger, but always the bread stuff was part of my diet. So
right.
Bread isn't in the list yet, so I have to have it without. And I was thinking tomorrow I might, and also I'm learning to use more spices. I have mild curry, because I never used to like curry before. So I put that on the chicken and I really liked it.
Nice.
I actually made little boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I used the curry and a little bit of the sea salt and pepper on it. And I just cooked them in my pan, and it was so good. I really, really liked it. And my husband liked it too.
Oh, good. Has he taken on some of the foods with you? Like, is he eating closer to the style you're eating right now? Not so much?
tough nugget to crack. He won't try too much. No, I don't. I'm gonna keep trying to nudge my way that way with him too, but he's pretty tough to crack.
Yeah. Well, I like your approach. Just offer him something he really likes, like these chicken thighs, see how it goes, and then just keep it at that. Keep enticing him with delicious food.
I have a few left over, and I was thinking tomorrow I could instead of a bun, like I could get a lettuce leaf and stick lettuce leaf and eat it like that, kind of like a little kind of a wrap or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that too.
Yeah, it's really fun to play around at this stage. And I really like for the next day, I love chopping up the chicken, even thighs, and making like a chicken salad with mayo and just kind of mixing the two. And then if you fill a lettuce leaf or even a kale leaf or a collard leaf, collard is really flat, so it wraps well. So any of those three are really good. And then you can eat it kind of like like you said, like a sandwich or a natural wrap.
And you know what? I don't know if anybody follows Pinterest, but I found some ideas on Pinterest too.
Ooh.
So I kind of look through them, and some of them, they're okay, but some of them not so much. But it just kind of made my brain start thinking of different ideas what to do.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just good for ideas, and you can modify it for yourself.
Oh, I love Pinterest. Are you willing to share your link with us, like the page that you collect these recipes on?
I can if I know how. I'm not very tech savvy. I don't know how I would do it.
Sure, maybe I can try sending you instructions, or maybe the next time you see, do you have like someone around you that would know how to do that?
Daughter maybe could show me, but all you have to do is go on Pinterest and go to search and just put HCG, and there's tons of stuff.
Oh, that's so good. I should create our own Pinterest page, and we could all post to it.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Okay, that's giving me some food for thought.
Yeah. And I haven't been taking any fruit just because I'm kind of scared to, but I've seen a lot of recipes on there, cut up your apples and you have cinnamon, you put it in the microwave for a few minutes, and so I pinned some of those because I thought, when I get to have, I'm comfortable having fruit, I'm going to try some of those too.
Have you not tried the baked cinnamon apple yet?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like, you can't believe it's legal type of thing. When it's just like nice and baked and soft with some cinnamon. Some people will even put like the caramel flavored or butterscotch flavored stevia on it. It's unbelievable. Like you think you're eating some kind of ice cream dessert. It's so good.
And I really want to try that bulletproof tea or whatever, bullet tea, whatever you call it. And but you have to order some stuff from the US, right?
Well, you can do like, I call it like my sort of over-the-counter version of it, which is really, and this has been used all over the world for centuries. It's actually from Tibet in the Himalayas. It's just coffee, anything you have on hand, or tea, anything you like, with 1 tablespoon of ideally grass-fed butter and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. If you can't get grass-fed butter, you can still go with regular unsalted, but you can get your hands on, like I know now in Ontario they sell Kerrygold, and they sell, it's like rainbow something, or like something to do with rainbows or valleys. Does anyone know that brand that I'm talking about? Rolling Meadow, something like that. Rolling Meadow grass-fed dairy is in most of the major chains now. So that's the butter that I use, and just a tablespoon of each in the blender for 15 seconds, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Is that in your
add some cinnamon to that? It's even better.
Yeah.
Is that notes on the page that has all the notes and recipes and things?
It should be on there. I think Shannon put it on there because she has multiple variations. But if not, I'll check today and I'll put it on. Okay, yeah, if you can do your own thing. You can add vanilla extract. You can add cinnamon. Sometimes I add a dash of sea salt if I feel like I just want that, like sort of, I'll do like caramel drops, caramel stevia drops and sea salt, and just make your own versions of lattes. A lot of people think they're like, oh, it's gross putting butter in your coffee, but butter is just like super, super, super concentrated cream. So when you put it in and it melts and it frosts up, it's like putting a really rich cream in your coffee. But the thing is, the grass-fed butter is really rich in all your fat-soluble vitamins like A and D and K2. And then the coconut oil has MCT oil, which we know is not digested the way fat normally is. It actually goes and spikes metabolism and energy. So most people report they feel really energetic when they drink it. They have like a good clean burning fuel in their body. It doesn't cause the caffeine sort of jolt and crash.
So in any tea, I'm a tea drinker, so any kind of tea would work.
Any kind of tea, yeah. Like I've done it with Earl Grey, English breakfast, just like a normal Tetley, orange pekoe, I guess. And then I've done it with herbal teas too, like any kind of jasmine or green or herbal, cranberry. You can play with all of them.
And when would I be able to have that?
You can have that now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're on week 2. So I was going to say, have you started adding fats back in other than like the chicken thigh is a good source of fat?
I put like a half a teaspoon of butter in the pan when I put those chicken thighs in.
Okay. But no other sources yet?
No, not really. No, I don't. I've been away from it for so long. I'm not sure what to do, what to take.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, I would, if you're able to, like this weekend or next week, try the bulletproof tea recipe. It's so good.
Maybe tomorrow morning.
Yeah. If you have that stuff, just try mixing it up and drink it. I made it with regular butter the other day because we ran out, and I didn't notice a difference taste-wise, so it was totally fine. So yeah, whatever you have on hand. I posted a hilarious video because some people are really obsessed with it. So it was a parody of people who are obsessed with bulletproof coffee. Did anybody here see that? Yeah, Catherine saw it. Did you see it, Marianne? Yeah. I'll have to tag you in it, Diane. It was like, because Lorraine, you said the thing about adding some cinnamon. Well, this guy just goes on this crazy rant. He's like, and then there's some cinnamon, and then there's a micro dose of like this herb and that herb. And it's like, he's got like 40 things in it. By the end of it, he's like, there's a micro dose of like this really heavy drug called ayahuasca. I was just like, oh my God, this is hilarious. So people will make it super complicated, but it doesn't have to be. It's just butter and coconut oil. And then you can add your own variation as you go. And it's so, so good. Does anybody else here drink it? I'm guessing, Lorraine, that you drink it?
I used to drink it before, this 6-week thing.
Exactly.
I will be again.
That's great. And what did you think of it?
Oh, I loved it. I used to make it all the time. Sometimes vanilla too, like you said. And this, I don't know what it is about the cinnamon, but when you use the hand mixer and whisk it all up and you add a little bit of cinnamon, it's just so good. Delicious.
It's like a cappuccino almost, like so red, and then the cinnamon on top.
Yep.
So good. Okay, well that's in your cards in like what, a week now?
Yep.
That's fantastic. So good. Who else?
Actually, can you is butter considered a fat? Isn't it considered a dairy?
It's technically considered a dairy, but it's so low in allergenic protein. Like it's so low in protein in general that most people are totally fine with it. But
okay.
Yeah, it's a good point. If you do notice a reaction, or like if you guys suspect dairy sensitivity and with butter you're noticing any digestive stuff happens, or breakouts is another big common one, or any kind of skin rash. If that happens after you have butter, you're probably sensitive. But for the most part, even people with like a actual dairy allergy are usually fine with butter because it's so much fat and not much protein. Do you suspect a sensitivity, Lorraine?
I don't think I actually have a problem with dairy at all. I've done food elimination before with a naturopath I was working with to figure out some other things. And I did it for 30 days and I added dairy back without dairy, eggs, like no problem at all.
Oh, good.
I think my issues are more around gluten.
Okay. Yeah, that's a common one. So we'll check that out on like week 4 off of like on week 4, and we'll see how you do with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed for me, I was a lot less sensitive after the protocol, but there's like a limit. I can't push beyond that. So we'll see if you kind of have something like that. What's that?
It's interesting to find out, right? It's I don't think people understand, things you might have felt for years you didn't really understand was related to a food. It's really miraculous to do that.
I know. Gluten especially, they've actually done studies linking it to delinquent behavior. They tested like a prison ward full of criminals, and the vast majority of them had a severe gluten intolerance. And when they removed it, the aggressive behavior in the prison dropped to almost non-existent. And
Wow.
so I'm trying to think like how many people, because it crosses the blood-brain barrier in some of these people to cause these impacts, where it's almost like a psychosis of sorts. So they're thinking like, how many people have been on this since childhood, and for them, not everyone, but for them, it causes this brain reaction where they're aggressive and violent, and it's almost beyond their biological control, right? It's crazy.
Yes. And it's funny because when I was a kid, I had lots of food allergies, eggs, milk. I couldn't have milk. So my mother, not knowing anything back then, initially fed me skim milk powder, which was awful, but I could do it. But then my aunt had a little goat farm, and I started drinking raw goat's milk. And that was awesome. Never had a problem with that at all. But then I seemed to grow out of my allergies. And so even after doing that other food elimination, I was able to drink it again, no problem.
That's so good.
Not that I'm much of a milk drinker, but cheese. Cheese is nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with cheese. I love it. It doesn't love me. And that was probably helpful that you drank raw goat's milk too, because it's raw, so it's full of enzymes and vitamins, right? And then goat's milk, which is a lot easier to digest. That probably did you a lot of good you were like a child at that point?
Yeah. I was probably around, I drank it probably from around age 5 to maybe around age 12. So for a lot of years.
That's really good. Yeah. We have really weird animal sounds around here. So I'm like, an awkward duck or somebody's shoes. That's really good. For a lot of when I was working in a pediatrics practice, we would try to get a lot of sensitive kids off of cow milk onto goat, and they did a lot better.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so yeah, if you go back to Bulletproof this week, let me know. Or next week, rather.
Yeah, next week. I start, first week of maintenance is Saturday, I start. So next Sunday, I can have a Bulletproof.
Ooh, okay, you got to post a picture of that bad boy. That's great. And I'm going to try the cinnamon next time I do it.
I love it. You have to have good cinnamon, right?
It makes such a difference.
Oh, yeah.
I have like some crappy quality cinnamon here. I'm like, I want to go to the store and buy the organic one that smells really, really nice.
Yeah.
The fresh one. Like, just go to the bulk and get the fresh one. So good. Just want to say, I think, Catherine, did you want to say something about food allergies or dairy or Bulletproof?
Actually, 2 of those things. I found that after protocol, I can eat the odd thing that's has gluten in it, but I can feel the difference when I've eaten too much of it.
Yeah. So
I try to stay away from it anyway, but if you have something's fresh or whatever, and they're fresh baked or like a bun or something like that, I found that I could have like a bun, but that would be all I'd eat all day. That was a strictly like a total gluten thing. So prior to the protocol, I just stopped. I didn't eat any gluten at all because it just made me feel so awful. But now I can actually tolerate a little bit of it. But I can feel it in my body totally when I can and when I can't. Still avoiding rice and all those kind of things, though. I don't eat rice. It's funny. Used to. Don't eat potatoes anymore either. Used to. Don't have a desire for them. But with the Bulletproof tea, what I wanted to say was that I make a large coffee mug, 24-ounce one, but I only use the ingredients for 1 cup. Mm-hmm. So it's like not as thick or as rich, but it lasts me almost all day long at school when I can have them. But anyway, it's funny because I used to love French vanilla cappuccinos. I'd take Bulletproof tea over the French vanilla any day. It's so much better. Yeah, it's so much better. Oh, and Lorraine, you got to try the almond bark.
Oh.
Make your own almond bark.
What is that?
And is there a recipe for that?
Yep, Shannon put one up there. The thing, it's dark chocolate coconut oil.
There's another name for it, right?
Yeah.
Something, is it a Spanish name?
No, I don't know. I just know that she made it for her daughter once, and I asked her to post it so that I could.
Yeah, I
And
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It melts in your mouth, but you know, you can have that next week too. I'm out of luck now.
Well, you'll get it again.
For sure.
Yeah, what's in it?
It's dark chocolate, like not 80 proof or whatever dark chocolate.
I like that 80 proof.
Yeah,
our chocolates are new alcohol.
Stevia. I used actually toasted coconut that was actually scraped off the coconut, right? So then toasted, it was really good. And add a little bit of crushed almonds or almond slices, whatever it is you want to put in it, and then you just melt it all together. Put the stevia in for your taste, whatever you want, what flavor or for sweetness, and then just put it in the fridge. Like lay it out on some wax paper or parchment paper, put it in the fridge, and when that's done, you just crack it all up, and you can you can have about 3 pieces of it. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
But my kids wanted to eat it all. They really liked it. It was better than any of the Easter candy.
Wow, that's a huge win.
Well, it's got coconut oil in it too. That was the other thing that I missed there. Yeah, coconut oil, coconut almonds, and the dark chocolate.
So that sounds like an amazing kind of fat bomb. Just
It is. It's almost like a fat bomb. Yeah, really good though.
The Bulletproof would be like the best snack or breakfast ever, I'm sure.
I don't know if I could have both of them. They'd both be too much. Yeah.
And that's so good that you it gets you through the day too when you have it. Do you feel any differences from Bulletproof versus your French vanilla before?
Well, French vanilla was just massively sweet, but didn't fill me up.
Right.
This gives me a huge amount of I feel full, like constantly, like it's breakfast to me. It lasts long. I don't eat again until much later in the day, like 2:00 or something like that if I'm eating.
That's so good.
You know, it's like my injection, only it's with Bulletproof. Because, you know, when you have your HCG, you inject it in the morning or whatever, and you're not hungry until like way later in the day, right? So my Bulletproof's like my injection. I just don't use a needle.
So funny, an oral injection. That's awesome. Yeah, it's weird. Like I used to, back in the day, drink sweetened coffee too. And there's something, like it just leaves you unfulfilled. Whereas when you have it with the fat, it acts in a whole different way on your body. It's just like a meal in a cup. So good. So good.
I've really learned how to enjoy coffee a new way. Because I mean, the cream, I would put heavy cream in my coffee, but I would always put some kind of sugar, not refined, but like a tablespoon or a teaspoon of like local maple syrup, something like that. And I know that's better, but it's still sugar. So using stevia in my coffee plus no dairy at all, that was different.
Yeah,
but I said to my husband, like, I actually know what coffee really tastes like now. Like I really enjoy the taste of coffee just on its own with, you know, a couple drops of stevia I'll put in. So that was good.
That's so good. Yeah, it takes a while, especially with unflavored stevia. I found it took me a while to get used to that in a black coffee. I was like, ooh, it's like too sweet. But the English toffee flavor, I find that one's good. Like it kind of.
That's what I put in it.
That goes really well because the flavor sort of masks the over sweetness of the stevia.
Yeah, it's good. But I'm thinking now when I can have dairy again, I can still have my cream. But I won't be putting any sugar in. You know, I could just put a drop of stevia in with the cream, and I'm sure it's going to taste super rich to me.
Oh, yeah. You can even, so I'd actually do sometimes 35% whipping cream because it's more fat.
Yeah.
Closer to butter and less dairy protein. And I'll just do a little bit of that, and it's so good. Like, it's really, really a dessert pretty much with this.
It is.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, you guys have me wanting lots of coffee now. And how about you, Marianne? Do you get down with Bulletproof stuff yet?
I have. Actually, Kelly turned me on to it. And just before I started the protocol, oh my gosh, it's so decadent. And oh, I love it. I miss it right now because I'm on my second round of protocol, but I will be adding that back into my regular regime. Yeah, and actually, at Whole Foods, you can order a Mammoth coffee, and they put all of that in for you already. And I had to make a trip to Oakville. I can't remember what I went for, but anyway, I went and I said, "Do you want a coffee from Starbucks?" She says, "Hell no, go to Whole Foods and get me that Mammoth coffee." And I said, "Okay." And yeah, they use the grass-fed butter and the coconut oil, organic coconut oil in there. And they even put in the collagen.
They actually put it in?
Yes.
That's so
yes.
good. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I thought, wow, that was pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. I loved it.
Yeah. I used to work really close to that Whole Foods.
Oh, did you?
And I would get the Mammoth coffee on my way to work. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, I asked them, I said, "Are you going to put the collagen in?" She specifically asked me to make sure. And they said, "Oh, yeah, we'll put it in for her." So I think they know her by name in there.
Probably. She lives close to there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not too far.
Today she was commenting on my Facebook. She's like, "Wait, so you haven't had coffee?" or something to that effect, because I remember I told her back in December that I was going coffee free.
Yeah.
I find it works just as well with tea, especially Earl Grey. It's really, really nice with it for anyone who's
I'll have to try that. Yeah.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that everybody on the line has some familiarity with it. Cheryl, have you ever heard of bulletproof coffee or tea before?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've never had it, but yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah. Maybe by the end of your protocol, we can get you trying that as well.
That sounds really good. I think I will.
Yeah. I wanted to check in. How are you doing with everything?
I'm good. I start my fat loading tomorrow, so we start.
That's
Yes.
so exciting. Okay.
It is exciting.
Did you find any local digestive enzymes yet?
I did. I went to the organic food store and I found some there, so I'm all set.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Well, you're in good company. We've got a few people starting this week, right? Got a few people
Great.
active, and then we've got Catherine, you're just starting. Marianne, you're in the middle. Who else do we have that's active right now? Diane, you're coming off. Laura's active on it. Shannon will be on it too. You spoke with Shannon on your discovery call. She's coming back from Mexico, and you'll hear from her a lot more, but she'll be starting on Sunday, I want to say. So you'll have quite a few people around you going through it at the exact same time as you, which is going to be really cool. And then you've got the other gals who are further down the road that you can kind of see what life is like at point B, which is really neat.
Right. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. So definitely keep me posted in Slack as you go, and definitely keep us posted in the Facebook group too as you go.
I will.
Excellent.
Exciting.
Cool. I don't know if you can tell it's getting a little bit darker here. Not too bad. Any of you guys see the picture I posted of the alligator on Instagram the other day? It was like, so I have this pond right here right beside our condo. It's not too big, but he literally comes, today he was sunning himself like right, I don't know if you could see my finger, like right over there, he comes up and suns himself. And I had coffee with him, or tea rather, the other day. We sat together. But he's normally pretty like skittish. If you walk by him, he just dives right into the pond. It's kind of neat though. Florida, I feel like Florida is, I don't know, I feel like I'm living in the Flintstones. Like it's a little bit prehistoric here. Everything is larger than life. And it looks like something that would have grown and existed when dinosaurs were around. And like the alligators pretty much look like dinosaurs. It's kind of weird. But it's really, really neat to have all this fresh air and like weird animal species around and lizards and stuff in here. So yeah, any other questions for this week, or any other shares that we have on hand, or anybody else that wants to kind of share a win or a challenge or anything really? Who have we not heard from, and did we lose anybody? No, we still have everyone. Actually, Laura, I haven't heard from you. If you can hear me, feel free to type in the box there and let me know how you're doing. And we do have about 13 minutes left. We did a cool activity last week for anyone that remembers who's on the call. It's called the AAA, but usually when we have 15 minutes left, we'll just do one of the A's. So it stands for what you want to be acknowledged for, what you want to take action on, and what you want to be held accountable for. So actually, I'll leave it in your court which A you want to do. So it would sound like, and we'll just go through whoever wants to participate here. Acknowledgement would be like, what did you do in the past 7 days that you want to acknowledge yourself for doing? Something that benefited your health in some way. So you can choose to share that with us in a snippet, or you can choose to share with us an action that you want to take in the next 7 days. And if you want some accountability structure around that, we'll set that up for you on this call. So we'll get somebody else who's going to check in on you and how that's going. It was really cool because Sandra did it with us last week, and she was hounding me by Sunday. She's like, did you do your workouts? And then on Wednesday, she's like, did you get those workouts in? And then I know she checked in on Marianne, and she's like, Marianne only has 20 pages left of that book she has to read for yoga teacher training. And I was like, yes, Marianne, that's fantastic. Are you done that book, by the way?
I am. It's right here, and tonight it goes into my daughter's hands. I don't want to see it ever again. Yes.
I'm so happy, though. I'm happy you're done.
It's done, but she's going to give me another one that I'm sure is a big yawn too, because she was having trouble getting through hers. So I know she's not done, but I'm hoping by tomorrow she's done. I'm going to kind of push her because I have to leave for Toronto on Saturday. So
your training is this, or no, you're taking off this weekend, but when you get back, you do a weekend of yoga teacher training.
Right. I get back, I fly out Sunday. And then I get back May 4th at night. Well, it'll probably be around 10 o'clock by the time I get to Kelly's place. I'm going to stay overnight at her place.
Nice.
And then the next morning we're yoga teacher training for 3 days solid. So it'll be fun.
You're on a whirlwind tour for the next until the 4th or so.
Yes. Yes.
That's great though. I'm glad that you're done this book. You're halfway done the 2 books.
Yeah. Well, the other one, I really want to get it for my daughter because I want to read it on the plane.
Oh, smart.
I thought, okay, well, I can polish that off because it's about the same size of book, and I know I can get that done on the plane ride.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like stuck there with nothing else to do, so it's not so bad.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, well, I'm really happy that worked out and you managed to finish your book.
Thank you. Me too.
Do you want to start us off, Marianne? Do you want to share either what you want to acknowledge yourself for or what action you want to take?
Okay. Well, I really haven't been focused on myself much this week, but on our last call on Tuesday, last week, it would fall in that 7 days. If any of you missed the last Tuesday's call, I had said that I went for a pelvic floor physiotherapy exam for the first time. And I wish I had known there was such a thing years and years and years ago, so I would have gone. So I would encourage every woman to go. And Dr. Erica, if you want to chime in and tell everybody why it's so important, because it really is. And I think doctors miss a big mark by not referring their patients to see a pelvic floor therapist.
Yeah, that's awesome. And like such a huge step for you to take. And did she give you exercises to do as well?
Yes, she did. And I've been doing them, and they're not hard by any stretch. I have to change my appointment though. I was supposed to go back on Monday, so I'll have to bump it back to when I get back in town. What was the next step? Oh, there's Sophia. Hi, Sophia.
No way. The world traveler is here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you look so good.
I know. It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Marianne and I was like, okay, my God, she looks so fabulous.
Oh, thank you. Same to you. Wow.
Thank you.
Isn't
So
it neat
fun.
to see the transformation, like as you see people's faces through the weeks? It's so interesting.
Oh yeah,
Like,
big time.
even Lorraine, like I noticed such a difference in your face.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So cool. So yeah, sorry to interrupt, but you were saying,
Right.
no, you did it right. Like if you just want to pick acknowledgement, you can do that. Or if you have an action, you can pick that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, my new action, oh my goodness. So while I'm in, I'm going to be near Las Vegas, helping to take care of my uncle. So while I'm there, I know I'll have a little bit of time here and there. So my plan is to find a local yoga place so I can, at least do some yoga practice while I'm there. And I don't want to leave my aunt too long, though. I'm kind of torn, but if it's just an hour, that's okay. But I really want to spend every second I can with them because I just love them so much. I don't get to see them enough. So we'll see how that goes. That's my intention, but I don't know if that'll play out yet. So I'm kind of giving myself a hiatus from from everything for a little bit until I get back.
I like that. And I just finished reading the book Zero Limits today, which which you read the audiobook a couple weeks back. And I got to the section where it was talking about how like intent, I like that you said that's your intention. And it was saying how did he word it? It's like intentions are fine and good, but then kind of when you give into like the divine, something even better will be delivered to you. So
yes,
with that sort of frame of mind of just like knowing that you'll be divinely guided in this trip, it's something that will work out however it's supposed to work out the best for you, for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's so interesting, that book. Oh, I recommend that highly to everybody because he was saying that it's an inspiration you get. You'll have the inspiration. You don't think of an inspiration. The inspiration comes to you. So when you are open to receiving it, that is. So when you're open to receive it, you'll know what that is. But you can have all the intentions you want, but it's the inspiration you're going to get that will, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how he worded that, but you just have to read that book or listen to the audio because it made so much sense when he said, and I thought, oh, and I'm always fighting against myself in there. And now it just brought so much more understanding to everything. And so you can, like I said, I have an intention, but whatever happens, and it'll happen for the right reason at the right time.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept, that book. He talks about getting to the state of zero, which is where you're essentially not cluttered with memories that are maybe, holding intense emotions around them, or like he really just calls it memories, period, or programs that human beings run in their mind that sort of control us. So when you can get that sort of brain clutter and mental chatter out of the way, like Marianne was saying, the inspiration comes to you from the divine. It's like a divine download, as some people call it. And it's those like flashes that are like, okay, this is what I should do next. And you get to live in that state of flow where you're not regimenting and controlling every moment, but it's like stuff is happening and manifesting and you're acting or choosing not to act on the inspiration you get, which is really cool to think about.
Oh, it is. It just gives you a whole new perspective of everything. And I can see why things haven't happened the way they should because I get in the way of myself and I'm not listening to myself. And those are those inspirations I'm getting, or those downloads, divine downloads. I love it. Yeah.
That's what my coaches called them. That's why I named this corporation, this company, The Divine Life, because I had a really bad health episode when I was 19. That's how I became a naturopath. But then last summer too, my adrenals like crashed and burned, and I found out I have an adrenal genetic condition. And so I had to really stop working the way that I was. And I started walking every day for 17 kilometers. It was insane. But I felt like that was when I connected with nature. and I got these divine downloads, and it was just like one thing after another. Like the act to take HCG was a divine download. I honestly felt like God was telling me, try this. I know you're skeptical and closed-minded. You know, your friend prescribes it all the time and you don't even want to think about it, but try this. That was a divine download for me. Connecting with her, connecting with the pharmacy I now work with was a divine inspiration. Naming the company was like, I literally say, this isn't my business. This is God or the universe's business. I just work here because I'm literally just pulling whatever inspiration I get to create this. And I thought, what was lacking in my experience of HCG? And I was inspired to put all those elements into what you now experience. So it's really cool because I get what you're saying, Maria. It's like the times it doesn't work for me is when I'm trying to do it all. And I'm trying to do it from a place of pure logic. And I'm like, this has to happen today, this way, and no other way at all. Like whether it's advertising or writing a copywriting or designing my site. And then when I just go into flow and clear that crap out of my way, the divine inspiration comes. So it's such a fascinating state to operate from. And I'm so glad that you're seeing that too. I guess I want to see, like, can you capture that for us in the next week, or can you relay to us through your adventures to come how that plays out for you? Because I'd love to see like a real world example of it for you.
Yes, I will share it when I can, when something happens, I will share it. Absolutely.
Or even in the coming days, if there's anything where you're like, oh my God, that was for sure an inspiration. I'd love to hear about it.
I will.
Now that you're aware of this. So cool. Okay, so that was some really great shares from Marianne in terms of what action she's taking, which is possibly going to see about yoga near Las Vegas, and acknowledging herself for pelvic health physio, which I could talk a lot about. I'm probably going to wrap this call up in a couple of minutes for today, just because we're doing like a family dinner at my aunt's condo down the street. But what I wanted to say is there anybody else who has like either a burning question or a burning acknowledgement or action they want to share with us? Anyone else that really wants to share something that I would love to hear and you think would be great for the group to hear too? I feel like there's something there. There's something in the air. Someone share with me. If you're waiting for the sign, this is it.
I'll share something.
Yay.
So I probably haven't worked out in any real form in, 2.5 years or so maybe. And I used to really like going to yoga and Pilates. And so I've been talking about it for the last 2 weeks, but now that I'm going to do maintenance, I'm going to go back. So yeah, I think I really now want to see what happens in maintenance, and even a little bit beyond maintenance before I do a second round. I want to see what I can do. So yeah.
I love that. So you're starting this coming week, Lorraine?
I'm gonna look into the classes. There's a place I used to go to all the time, and I've been up on their schedule, and I'm gonna go to at least a couple classes next week, I think.
Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, I have a feeling your body will be nicely responsive to exercise. Like most people find they actually lose weight now when they do exercise, or they gain muscle properly.
That would be nice.
Not getting anywhere. Yeah.
Well, the energy level too, right? Like I really have recently started to feel that again, and having some energy when I come home from work and getting some things accomplished, and not dreading having to do a few things, like the energy's just there and I do it. So it's nice.
It's so good, right? When you can tap into that supply and you can actually fuel yourself throughout your day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even after really stressful days, like I'm okay.
You're still good.
Yep.
That's so great. And that's what Catherine was saying too. Like she can just go now and she's good. So great. And the other day I fell asleep here. Like I feel really zonked by Florida. Like we're out in the sun all day. We're swimming. My daughter swims like 5 hours a day at the pool. So I got home and I fell asleep with her at like 8:30, and I just had that feeling of exhaustion. And it's okay, like I don't do that a lot, but it reminded me of how exhausted I always used to be. And like you were saying, Lorraine, like you would get home from a long day and just kind of dreading having to do anything else. Like I remember not being able to pick myself up off the couch. So it's really cool what happens when we just shift that hormonal balance in our adrenal glands and can actually fuel our day that way. It's so good. And we can use our bulletproof for energy instead of storing it as fat too, right?
Yes.
Another critical piece. Okay. Well, I just want to do a check-in. I just want to say hi, Sophia. Oh my gosh. Just give us a quick tidbit about how you're doing. If you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I was actually away for a long time and I missed you guys. I wanted to join in, but it was like really hard for me to join from, like different time periods. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm back. And you know what? The amazing thing is I've only gained, I thought I've like gained 7, but it's, I think maybe like 4 pounds, which I've actually gained. And because I was having my periods and then, I think inflammation due to or maybe a water retention from the traveling. So yeah, so I just have to work a little bit hard to go back to 231 to start my second round.
That's not too bad though. 4 pounds is not too bad. I think if you just did like a 1 or 2 steak days a week, you'd probably hit that in 2 weeks max. That's pretty awesome. So
I planned to do the steak day today, but actually I didn't have the courage to do it today. I started in the morning and I said, no, I had to have my breakfast.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy you got to have that visit with family and just be there and not be overly worried about your weight changing.
Yeah, actually I was, in the beginning I watched, but then I stopped watching because I didn't want to, worry myself because I was there in the zone there. So, and then I was sick there 2 times actually. One time I fainted as well.
Oh, wow.
So,
why did that happen?
It was a week after I went from here. So there was stomach flu kind of a thing. So I don't know when I fell down. My nose was bleeding afterwards inside. I don't know how that happened, but that was scary.
Yeah, it's never fun to get sick when you're away from your normal medical care, right?
Yeah, it was. So, but I'm back, and I think I will be joining you guys in May.
To do some more round 2?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, that's exciting.
I don't know who else is starting from May, because it would be great if someone else is starting, and then
Are you? Is Sunday too early for you to start? Do you still need to kind of get back in the swing of things?
Actually, I have a wedding, so I was thinking, the wedding is going to be 29th and 29th April, so that's I was thinking that I'm going to start soon after the wedding.
Okay, nice. Well, Catherine, I think she'll be done. We'll find out who's going to be starting around 2 or even new people that join in May, and I'll definitely let you know so we can kind of buddy you up with someone in the same phase.
Yeah, because when we were doing, there were so many of us doing at the same time. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Sophia. Shannon's starting when she gets back from Mexico.
Yeah, she's starting on Sunday. She'll do it 3 weeks, so that will have a bit of an overlap for sure. Yeah,
I'm thinking of doing 3 weeks as well this time, and then maybe another round of 3 weeks later
in the future. Well, that's exciting. Well, I'm so glad to have you back, and I'm glad that you were able to check in and hang out with us tonight.
Yeah, it's great to be back too.
Good.
Actually, my other sister Suzanne, I don't think has her HCG yet, but she'll probably be starting soon. I'm not sure when she'll get her HCG, but I know it's going to be very soon.
That's right. So there will be an overlap there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we can get her on one of these. We should get her and Kelly on one of these calls and have the whole family on.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I just realized too, your guys' names all end with Ann. Marianne, Diane, Suzanne.
Oh, okay. My mother, honestly, Suzanne, Diane, and Marianne, how, I don't know what she was thinking. And I wasn't supposed to be here, so I was named after their babysitter, so I don't know. I was just not supposed to be, but I'm here anyway.
Yay, you're an accident baby like me. We like snuck our way into this world.
We did.
That's awesome. Accident babies are great. Alice was one of those, and I would never take that back for the world.
Well, they're no accidents, really. They're just nice surprises, aren't they?
Surprise. Yeah, I was thinking about you guys, and I was like, did she do that on purpose? Suzanne, Diane, Marianne. And don't you have a fourth sibling?
What's that?
Don't you have a fourth sibling?
We have a brother.
A brother, okay.
Richard, yes.
Okay. Not a Suzanne.
Not a Rashan.
That's hilarious. Awesome. Oh, I see we just lost Sophia. That's okay. What I'll do is I'll wrap up the call. Does anybody have any burning last minute questions? Everyone's good. If maybe do a thumbs up. You can probably hardly see me. I'll need to start learning how to work the lights here. Okay, good. Everyone's good. Okay, great. Well, keep posted with me on Slack and let me know how you're doing over the next few days. And then we'll meet again on Tuesday at noon for anyone that would like to join. Always a pleasure to be with you guys. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal evening. And God bless. My energy is with you. And yes, I love you, in the words of Ho'oponopono that Marianne and I have been studying. Have a phenomenal week ahead, everyone.
I love you too. Have a nice dinner.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.